The police sirens were the first thing the neighbors heard. Blue and red lights flashed violently against the white walls of the luxury apartment block in Lekki Phase 1. It was 7 p.m. on a humid Friday evening. Usually, this time was for relaxation, for families to gather after the chaos of Lagos traffic. But tonight, the air around the building was thick with a heavy, unnatural silence. A woman was being led out of the building in handcuffs. She wasn't crying. She wasn't fighting or hiding her face from the cameras. Instead, she was smiling at the gathered crowd. She looked at a police officer and asked, quite seriously, if the flashing lights of the patrol car were good for a selfie. The crowd gasped. They whispered in hushed, fearful tones. They knew her face well. They had seen her dancing on TikTok. They had seen her flawless makeup on Instagram. She was Jessica, the woman who seemed to have it all. But inside apartment 4B, a tragedy had occurred that was so dark, so unspeakable, that even the seasoned police officers were vomiting in the hallway. The smell coming from the kitchen was not just the smell of burned food. It was the smell of an abomination. To understand how a mother could commit such an act, we have to go back. Not years, not months, but just 12 hours. To the moment Jessica woke up that morning and decided that today was the day she would finally become famous. Jessica lived her entire existence through a 6-inch glass screen. She was a stunning woman, with skin like polished bronze and expensive bone-straight wigs. Her husband, Michael, was a hard-working branch manager at a bank on the island. He worked 12-hour days to pay for the rent and the lifestyle Jessica demanded. To the outside world, Jessica was living the baby girl lifestyle. But internally, she felt invisible. In the competitive world of Lagos influencers, she wanted the fame of the big superstars. She wanted the endorsement deals, the free trips to Dubai, and the adoration of millions. Her drug of choice was the notification sound. Every like was a hit of dopamine. Every comment telling her God when was proof that she mattered. If she posted a picture and it didn't get 1,000 likes immediately, she would sink into a deep depression, snapping at the house help and ignoring her family. On this fatal Friday, a new challenge was trending. It was called the Super Wife Cook-a-Yan. The rules were simple but demanding. A mother had to film herself cooking a complex, traditional meal live on camera, while dancing to the trending Afrobeat song and taking care of her baby at the same time. The prize was $10,000 and a brand ambassador contract. Jessica looked at the flyer on her phone screen. Her eyes widened. This was it. This was the breakthrough she had been praying for. She looked across the room at her 6-month-old son, Daniel, sleeping peacefully in his crib. Most mothers would see a sleeping child and feel love. Jessica looked at Daniel and saw a prop. She saw the key to winning the challenge. "We are going to be stars today, Danny," she whispered. Michael had warned her before he left for work at 5 a.m. to beat the 3rd mainland bridge traffic. He had kissed her forehead and looked at his son with concern. "Jessica, please," he said softly. "Daniel felt warm last night. I think he has a fever. Please, watch him closely today. Don't get distracted by that phone." Jessica had rolled her eyes, glued to her screen. "I know how to be a mother, Michael," she snapped. "Just go and make money. Let me build my brand. You will thank me when I am bringing in millions." By noon, the apartment had been transformed from a home into a studio. Jessica had pushed the expensive sofas against the wall. She set up 3 different tripods with ring lights. The kitchen island was covered in ingredients: fresh peppers, spices, and a massive frozen turkey she had bought specially for the video. But things were already going wrong. The internet connection was fluctuating because of the heavy rain falling. The ring light kept flickering. And worst of all, baby Daniel was crying. He wasn't just fussing. He was screaming in high-pitched distress. His gums were swollen from teething, and his temperature had risen. He was in pain. He wanted his mother to hold him, to rock him, and to put the phone away. But Jessica didn't have time for empathy. Every time she picked him up, she was checking her reflection in the hallway mirror to make sure her wig was sitting correctly. "Stop crying, Daniel," she yelled, her voice cracking with frustration. "You are ruining the aesthetic. Do you want Mummy to lose?" She shoved a pacifier into his mouth. He spit it out. She gave him a toy. He threw it. The stress was building in Jessica's chest like a pressure cooker. She needed him to be the perfect, happy baby for the video, not a sick child. At 4 p.m., she finally hit the Go Live button. The switch in her personality was instant. Her angry, stressed face smoothed out into a bright, fake smile. "Hello, my darlings," she chirped at the camera. "Welcome to my kitchen. Today, we are doing the Super Wife Challenge." The numbers on the screen started climbing. 500 viewers. 1,000 viewers. 5,000 viewers. Jessica felt the rush of adrenaline. It washed away her fatigue. She turned up the music volume. She started dancing, chopping onions to the beat, swaying her hips just like the other influencers. The comments were flying up the screen faster than she could read. "Love this energy. Your kitchen is goals. Where's the baby? We want to see the baby. Baby is here," Jessica announced, lifting crying Daniel high in the air like a trophy. But the camera captures everything. The baby wasn't smiling. He was screaming, his face red and tear-stained, his little body arching in discomfort. The mood in the comment section shifted immediately. "The internet is a cruel place. He looks sick. Why is he crying so much? Madam, drop the onion and attend to your child. This is abuse." Jessica's smile twitched. They were ruining her moment. She felt a surge of anger, not at herself, but at the baby for embarrassing her. She needed to fix this. She needed silence so she could focus on the turkey. "He just needs a warm bath," she told the camera, laughing nervously. "I will give him a quick warm bath right here on the counter so you guys can see what a multitasking queen looks like." She dragged a plastic baby bath into the kitchen and filled it with warm water. Now her kitchen was a chaotic war zone. On the left, a giant metal stock pot filled with water and spices was boiling aggressively on the gas cooker, waiting for the turkey. On the right was the plastic baby bath. In the middle sat the massive defrosting frozen turkey on a white towel. And everywhere, the ring lights blinded her vision, creating a tunnel where only the phone screen existed. Jessica was spinning. She was dancing, seasoning the boiling water, checking the negative comments, blocking haters, and trying to undress the screaming baby. Her brain was overloaded. Suddenly, the music stopped. Her phone screen froze. A spinning wheel appeared with the words "reconnecting." The Wi-Fi had cut out. "No, no, no," Jessica screamed. She dropped the seasoning cube. She rushed to the Wi-Fi router. She tapped the phone aggressively. She was frantic. If the stream cut for more than a minute, the algorithm would drop her video, and she would lose everything. "Come back! Come back!" she yelled at the device. Finally, the signal flickered back on. The comments reappeared. But she was behind schedule. She needed to get the turkey into the pot to start cooking, and she needed to put the baby in the bath to stop the noise. 2 tasks, 2 objects, 2 destinations. In that moment of panic, stress, and digital obsession, reality blurred. Her brain short-circuited. She wasn't looking at her hands. Her eyes were locked tight on the phone screen. She reached out blindly. Her left hand grabbed the cold, heavy, slippery turkey. Her right hand grabbed the crying, warm baby. Her brain sent the command: drop the meat in the hot water. Drop the baby in the bath. But the wires crossed. The signals got mixed up in the chaos of her mind. With her eyes still fixed on the scrolling comments, she lifted baby Daniel. She moved towards the stove. She didn't feel his weight. She didn't hear his cry. She only saw the live counter. She lowered her own 6-month-old son into the giant metal pot on the fire. The water was rolling with a violent, bubbling boil. She dropped him in. She didn't look down. She reached for the heavy glass lid and placed it on top of the pot to seal in the heat. Then, she turned to the right. She placed the frozen turkey into the warm, soapy water of the baby bath. She covered the turkey gently with a soft blue towel to keep it warm. It happened in less than 5 seconds. A mistake born of madness. A mistake that could never be undone. "And we are back," Jessica shouted at the phone as the connection stabilized. She wiped her hands on her apron, smiling brightly. "Sorry about that glitch, guys. Lagos network will not disgrace us today." The kitchen was suddenly silent. The screaming had stopped. There was only the hum of the refrigerator and the aggressive hissing of the steam escaping from the pot on the fire with baby Daniel in it. "See?" Jessica smiled at the camera, breathless. "Baby is finally sleeping. He loves his warm bath. And the dinner is cooking. I told you I am a super wife." For the next 45 minutes, Jessica performed. She danced the latest TikTok dances. She replied to comments. She did a mini makeup tutorial while the pot boiled behind her. She felt proud. The comments were turning positive again. But the atmosphere in the kitchen began to change. The steam pouring out of the pot was thick and heavy. The smell. It wasn't the aroma of thyme and curry. It was a metallic smell. Sweet, sickening, and wrong. It filled the apartment. But Jessica, lost in her digital world, just sprayed a can of air freshener. "The spices are really entering the meat," she told her fans. "I can smell the flavor already. My husband is going to be so happy." Outside, the sun began to set over the Lagos skyline. Michael's car pulled into the driveway. He turned the key in the front door, exhausted from the traffic. He walked in, expecting to hear Daniel crying. But the house was quiet. "Jessica?" he called out. "She!" Jessica hissed from the kitchen, pointing at the phone. "I am live. Michael, come and say hello to 15,000 people." Michael ignored the phone. He walked into the kitchen, frowning. The air was hot and humid. He sniffed the air. The smell disturbed him instantly. It reminded him of something he couldn't place, something primal and terrifying. Why is the house so warm? And where is Daniel? Michael asked. He is sleeping, Jessica said, dancing a little jig. She gestured casually to the towel-wrapped bundle in the baby bath. I gave him a bath and he knocked out. Don't wake him. Michael looked at the baby bath. He felt a sudden wave of affection. He walked over, wanting to kiss Daniel's forehead. Hey there, champion, he whispered. He reached out and lifted the blue towel. Michael froze. Time stopped. He stared. He touched the object in the water. It was cold. It was hard. It was bumpy. It was the pale, slimy skin of a defrosting turkey. Michael looked at the turkey. He looked at the soapy water. He looked at Jessica. She was doing a dance move for the camera, oblivious. Jessica, Michael whispered, his voice trembling. This ... This is a turkey. Stop playing, Michael. Jessica laughed, reading a comment. The turkey is in the pot. It's been boiling for almost an hour. That is Daniel in the bath. The words hung in the air like a death sentence. The turkey is in the pot. Michael felt the blood drain from his face. A cold horror gripped his heart. He turned his head slowly towards the stove. The large metal stock pot was shaking violently on the burner. The water was bubbling over the sides, sizzling loudly as it hit the blue flames. The lid was rattling. No, Michael croaked. No, Jesus, no. He ran to the stove. The heat was intense. He grabbed the hot metal handles with his bare hands. His skin burned, but he didn't feel the pain. He lifted the heavy glass lid. The steam cleared. Michael looked inside the rolling boil. He saw the color blue. The color of the little onesie Jessica had dressed the baby in. He saw a tiny hand floating near the surface. A sound tore out of Michael's throat that shattered the windows of the soul. It wasn't a scream. It was the howl of a wounded animal. Daniel! He wailed. He collapsed, dragging the hot pot down with him. Boiling water and the remains of his life spilled across the white kitchen tiles. Jessica stopped dancing. The music seemed to distort. The comments on the screen froze as viewers heard the scream. What was that sound? Oh my God. Is that the husband? Call the police. Jessica looked at the floor. She saw the spilled water. She saw the steam rising from the tiles. And she saw what lay in the mess. Her mind snapped. It shattered instantly like a dropped mirror. She didn't scream. She didn't cry. She simply tilted her head to the side, looking blankly. Oh no, she said, her voice flat. The food fell. Michael, you ruined the video. Now I have to start the challenge all over again. She reached for the baby with her bare hands, her skin blistering from the boiling water, trying to put him back in the pot. I need to finish the challenge, she mumbled, her eyes empty. I need to win the $10,000. When the neighbors broke down the door, they found a scene from hell. Michael was unconscious on the floor, burned and broken. Jessica was sitting in the middle of the kitchen, rocking the lifeless baby's body, singing a TikTok trending song to it. The police took her away in handcuffs, but the Jessica everyone knew was gone. As they walked her to the car, she kept asking the officers for her phone. She kept asking if she had hit 1 million views yet. She posed for the flashing lights, thinking they were paparazzi. Michael survived the physical burns, but he didn't survive the grief. He returned to his village in the east, a ghost of a man. He never speaks. He never sleeps. He just sits in the dark, covering his ears, trying to block out the sound of the boiling water. And Jessica? She is currently in a high-security psychiatric ward in Yaba Left. She spends her days sitting in a padded room, staring at her empty hand. She swipes her thumb against the air, scrolling through a feed that only she can see. She talks to invisible fans, waiting for likes that will never come. This is not just a story. This is the reality of our time. We are a generation of zombies, walking into fire with our eyes glued to a screen. We value the applause of strangers more than the lives of our own blood. Please, I beg you. Put the phone down. Look at your children. Look at your family. The world inside the phone is not real. But the people you love? They are fragile, they are precious. And once they are gone, no amount of likes, shares, or viral videos can ever bring them back. If this story touched your heart, please share it. You might save a mother from distraction. You might save a child's life. Until next time, stay safe and stay focused on what truly matters.